You better be prepared for cash-based health care at point of service. This is actually kind of frightening in a way, and I cannot see this getting better anytime soon. And a single payer won't solve this. I mean, the NHS is a clown show. The up in Canada, it's a clown show. The solutions could be direct primary care, and more to come. I've done videos on DPCs and all that, and it's the solution. But anyway, so I was listening to a video from Maine, a News Center Maine YouTube channel, and they interviewed the head of the Chiropractor Association in Maine. I think it might be from Maine and New Hampshire. He's not a practitioner. He's just a basically lobbyist for the chiropractors. And basically what he's saying is Anthem isn't paying their bills. Anthem isn't paying. It's not just chiropractors. I know some of you, it's chiropractors are quacks. I don't think so at all. I think chiropractor is a completely legitimate service, 100%. Are there some chiropractor quacks? Yeah. Are there some quack MDs? Of course. Are there some quack financial planners? Yeah, and you're probably looking at one. Well, you're not really looking at me, but you're probably hearing one. People are people. Anyway, the point being was, he was saying there's I think he said one hospital or one, I can't remember what he said, but they're like $200 million in their arrears. Anthem is $200 million. He's saying some family practitioners haven't got paid for over a year. And 20% of the state of Maine uses Anthem as their insurance providers. So what he was saying is, if Anthem doesn't pay, people are just not going to take Anthem insured. They're going to say, who's your insurance with? Anthem? No, sorry, no help wanted. And this has been my concern the whole time with Obamacare. But I tell you, man, is that, all right, you got Obamacare, great for you. Again, you have health insurance, but we're not going to provide you care because at the point of service, we're not getting paid. Point of service is when you go see the doctor. Where the doctor isn't getting paid. So what does it do? They file a claim with the insurance company. The insurance company says, we're going to pay at our own sweet time. The doctor says, but I already provided the labor. And this is where the insurance company is so jacked up, man. You're like, whoa, what the hell is that? You're like, whoa, you cannot have accounts receivable for over a year when you get a staff that has got to be paid. So just go back to Maine. You're in Maine. Anthem is your provider, is your insurer. You go to your provider says, man, I haven't been paid from Anthem for 12 months. I'm no longer accepting insured via Anthem. And you're like, well, what do I do now? You're like, well, you're going to have to pay out of pocket. And you're like, but I pay Anthem $1,000 a month for premiums. Well, you're going to have to pay out of pocket because I'm not accepting Anthem. And this is where direct primary care comes in. And I'm going to see my lady down here, I think next week. And I've talked to people who use DPCs, where it's cash for service, man. You're basically concierge primary care physician that you're paying a fee for. Now, I don't know exactly how it works when you got to go get surgery. Like when I got my rotator cuff, I don't know how that works. How long does it take for the guy who did my rotator cuff to actually get paid from insurance? I don't know. But it's interesting because when I look at insurance companies for auto and homeowners insurance, the reason I keep USAA, even though it's so doggone expensive nowadays, is because I know that I will get put to the front of the line if I have to file a claim. And how do I know that? Because I've talked to homeowners insurance, people doing repairs under homeowners insurance claims via USAA is the company that provides them their money, and they pay quickly. And the same thing with car. I've talked to people on all sides of this. So yeah, if you got USAA insurance, I know I'm going to get paid quickly. I don't have to sit there and file claim after claim and have my claim go into the great abyss. No one knows where it is. And that means I can work on your car, your house, because I know I'll get paid fast and it'll be reasonable too. On other insurance companies, I'm not going to name any, that's not the case so much. And as such, I'll get you when I get you because your claim won't be paid most likely for some time. So it turns out I'm paying a premium for USAA for that. It used to not be a premium, but be that as it may, that's well worth the premium in my opinion, which is why I keep USAA. Part two of that, and this is just from my own thing, but USAA, I just know that they're going to be reasonable towards me as well when I file my claim. They're not out there to shirk me. At least they're not yet. I mean, they might be later, but there is a value there added that is that's worth the cost I pay. I just wanted to be clear. Same thing with health insurance. All right, so you go to your point of service And the doctor says, I can't accept you. And you're like, why? And the doctor said, because I never get paid from your insurance company. And I'm telling you, man, it's more and more this is going to happen. And so you might have good insurance under Obamacare, but you actually have good care. And I tell you, I've heard pretty good stuff so far on Obamacare, but it's all at the point of delivery, not the actual pay for the provider. And so you might go into your doctor's office and get a rotator cuff surgery and walk out. It only costs you $400. But how long does it take for the provider to get paid? You see what I'm saying? And how much do they got to write off? I don't know all these answers. But if Anthem is freaking hundreds of millions in the backlog on paying their providers, no provider is going to accept Anthem. And what happens if the same goes? And then they got reimbursement rates that are low and stuff in terms of Obamacare, Medicare. I mean, what happens if the cash for service model is going to work more and more and more? And this is where I tell you, man, this is where if you have good insurance, so they cover you well and they pay the provider quickly, I tell you, man, I still, my suspicion is that if you are covered under good insurance, you're going to get the freaking the full throttle treatment, because the company, the provider, the point of delivery knows that they're going to get paid well. They'll get paid quickly. So that's why I said when I went to the ER, it seemed like, man, up in Maine, I was like, man, they I have no clue how long it took them to get paid, but my inclination was they probably kept me in there, did all kinds of tests, because I know they could rump the score. And I'm not saying it deliberately. I'm just saying they knew that, hey, we got a good one here, whereas most of the people that go in there are probably on Medicaid. And Medicaid reimbursement rates are low. It's not a profit center, if that makes sense. Single payer won't fix this. Single payer is rationing. We know that for a fact. And when you're rationing health care, I tell you, man, it's like water finds a flatness. You see what I'm saying? Like electricity finds the path of least existence, electrons. Water's the same way, and the same thing with healthcare. They're going to provide you the care for the things they make the most money on. They won't provide you the care for the things they don't get reimbursed on. I'm just telling you right now. I mean, this is always what happens with the single payer. Anyway, you better take your freaking health seriously, man, because it's going to be more and more on you. I just think I'm at the position now that the last 40 years have been such a fantasy for the world that it's just not going to continue. That means you sound like you're a bear. I mean, you think the whole world's going to fall apart? No, I just think we're going to go back to more. I think the last 40 years were such a escape from the reality of humanity that we're going back to a more normal time frame, where you're going to have to do more of the you're going to have to provide more for yourself, as opposed to relying on a pill, relying on somebody else to do it for you. You're going to have to take more, bear more of the brunt. And I'm telling you, the cash for service model is the way it's going to go. And now what's going to happen is you go to the urgent care. You want to get swabbed for strep throat. You say, look, I don't want to run it through insurance. And they'll say, no, we don't want to run it through insurance either. Now, it won't be as cheap as if we ran it through insurance for you specifically, but we're going to give you a discount if you pay cash. That way we wouldn't have to file for insurance. It saves labor, and we know we're going to get paid right now. You wait, it's coming, man. Be prepared. I know the reason why, you build up that flipping HSA like a crazy man. Part two of that is you have some cash on the side. All right, we'll see you.